You think you're in control? That's cute. Every time you pick up your phone just for a second, every time you open an app without even noticing your own hand move, that's not habit. That's conditioning. And you've been trained perfectly. See, the platforms don't need to steal your attention. You hand it over on autopilot like someone who stopped thinking a long time ago. You scroll because it's easy. You check your notifications because your brain got used to being pulled around by tiny digital cues. You call it normal. But normal doesn't mean healthy, it just means common. Take a second and look at yourself honestly. How many times today did you pick up your phone without a real reason? How many times did you open the same app 2, 3, or 5 times in a row? You don't even remember doing it. And that's the point. Your mind has been shaped to react, not to choose. And the scary part? You barely notice it happening. We live in a time where silence feels strange, boredom feels dangerous, and a single moment without stimulation feels like something is wrong. But nothing is wrong. You just forgot what being present feels like. Your brain isn't weak, it's overwhelmed, overstimulated. It's been pushed, pulled, poked, and interrupted so many times that focus feels like a luxury you can't afford anymore. And yes, the systems were built exactly for that. Engineered to keep your attention constantly moving, constantly searching, constantly hoping for something, even when you don't know what you're looking for. But here's the uncomfortable truth you can't run from. You're cooperating. Not consciously, of course. Nobody wakes up and says, "Today I'm going to let apps run my mind." But that's exactly what happens when you live without awareness. Think about how predictable you've become. A notification buzzes, you grab your phone. You feel a hint of boredom, you swipe. A second of silence, you tap the same apps again. You're not making decisions. You're following a script written by companies that understand your biology better than you do. And the cost? It's not just time. It's mental clarity. It's energy. It's ambition. It's your ability to actually think. You ever notice how hard it is nowadays to stay with one thought? How your mind jumps like it's wired to panic if it doesn't find stimulation in the next 2 seconds? That's not random. That's a brain that forgot how to be still. And here's the part people underestimate. Your attention is not just a skill, it's your life. Where your attention goes, your time goes. Where your time goes, your actions go. And where your actions go, your entire identity follows. If someone controls what you pay attention to, they control the direction of your thoughts. And if they control what you think about, they influence who you eventually become. But here's the good news and the challenge. Your brain isn't broken. It's adaptable. It can heal. It can get sharp again. It can focus again. But it requires one thing you've avoided for years: intentionality. To start simple, turn off the notifications that aren't tied to your actual life. If something isn't urgent or necessary, it doesn't deserve to interrupt you. Then give yourself one block of 30 minutes a day, just 30, where your phone is nowhere near you. No tabs. No noise. No dopamine appetizers every 5 seconds. Just you and a task. You'll feel restless at first. You'll feel like you're missing something. You'll feel your hand twitch toward the phone before your mind even notices. That's withdrawal. And that's proof of how deep the conditioning runs. But stick with it. Within days, something returns. A strength you forgot you had. The ability to stay with a thought. To dive deeper into a task. To actually feel present in your own life instead of drifting through it. Your ideas become clearer. Your patience increases. Your mind stops feeling like a messy room with the lights off. And for the first time in a long time, you feel like you're driving your brain instead of being dragged behind it. This isn't about being anti-technology. Technology is powerful, if you are the one choosing how to use it. It's about waking up. About taking responsibility for the direction of your own mind. About refusing to live like someone who waits for the next stimulus to tell them what to do. So here's the message you need to hear. Stop giving your attention away like it's worthless. Because it's not. It's the most valuable thing you own. It decides your focus, your creativity, your future. Take it back. Slowly. Deliberately. One conscious choice at a time. Because the longer you avoid this, the more you turn into someone who reacts instead of someone who chooses. And life built on reactions is not a life you want. You deserve more than living on autopilot. And the only person who can pull you out of it is you. And here's something people rarely notice. Every moment you give your attention to something pointless, you're not just losing time, you're losing momentum. Those tiny breaks in your concentration, they come with a hidden price. All the ideas that could have formed. All the thoughts that needed a few extra seconds. All the focus that could have turned into progress. They disappear the moment you pick up your phone without thinking. That's the real cost. Not the minutes wasted, the direction you never built. You ever notice how uncomfortable silence feels now? Like something's wrong the second things get quiet? That's not natural. That's conditioning. You've been trained to escape your own mind. A fraction of boredom hits, you reach for your phone. A hint of anxiety, you scroll. A moment alone, you open the same app again. Not because you want to, but because your brain forgot how to be still. But here's the twist. The things you keep avoiding, boredom, silence, stillness, those are the exact states where your best ideas come from. Where clarity grows. Where focus sharpens. When you avoid them, you don't become more comfortable, you become dependent. And dependency kills ambition. So ask yourself honestly, when was the last time you spent even 20 minutes with your own thoughts, no phone, no noise? If you can't remember, that's the wake-up call. Because taking back your attention isn't about restriction, it's about freedom. Freedom to think deeply again. Freedom to choose what matters. Freedom to stop reacting and start directing. Your attention is the steering wheel of your life. If you let everything pull on it, don't be surprised when you end up somewhere you never intended. Take it back, a little at a time, consistently, deliberately. Because if you lose your attention, you lose yourself. If this message hit you, consider subscribing. It helps the channel grow, and you won't miss the next one.